evening. Welcome to another edition of Married Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Marlaya and Okuti. Welcome once again to Married Clinic. How was our week? Hope you had a stress-free week. I know that everywhere right now seems to be traffic prone, but I do pray that we will overcome this phase in our society and in our nation very soon. Welcome once again to Married Clinic Live, and I would like to say Happy International Women's Day. I celebrate all the women on this platform and all the women doing great things all over the world. I celebrate you all. We value you. You are a valuable player, and the world cannot be complete without you. Thank you so much, for making the women proud. Thank you. I celebrate all the wives, all the mothers. I celebrate you all, and I celebrate every member of Married Clinic. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for always commenting on all our posts. Thank you for following us as well. And I would also like to quickly welcome our first timers. During the week we had about 35 first timers, and I would like to say welcome to Married Clinic platform. We are happy that you have joined us. Please keep on following us and do participate. It's very important that you participate because we need your view as well. So today I'll make it very snappy because I want to believe being International Women's Day, we are celebrating our women. I'm sure our men would like to take us out or just want to hang out with their wives to say, oh, I celebrate you today. So please do make sure you do that for your wife if you have one, and if you don't, please celebrate your mom and all the mothers around you. Thank you so much. So today we'll be looking at love alone cannot handle it all. Love alone cannot handle it all. Now, why did I choose this topic? I chose this topic because in the course of working with so many people or so many couples having challenges in marriage, I realized that when they started out saying, oh, we loved each other, but somehow along the line the song changed. And if you sit back to ask yourself, so what really changed? Because if they both say, oh, they loved each other initially, what now changed along the line? Now, when you look at it critically, you realize that we love each other is not always enough to handle all the things that marriage brings up to our faces, or to handle all the things that comes with marriage. It requires or take much more than love. I posted a towel recently where I said that oh, a lady was asked, why do you want to marry this guy? And she responded, oh, because I love him. And and the lady was told, hope you know that this guy you claim you love don't like to flush the toilet after using the toilet. And she went quiet, silent. I mean, completely silent. Now, the question is, would you still love him if you knew that he's the dirty type? So these are part of the things we would like to discuss today, because honestly, sometimes love, that you love him or you love her, is not enough to handle all that comes with marriage. You need much more than love. You need beyond the love. We are in love. You need commitment. You need commitment. The same way many of us passed through school, and when we were in school, we were committed to our studies, beyond the fact that, oh, we just love to have a degree, or we just love to have a master's, we just love to have a PhD. Beyond loving the idea of having all of those things attached to your name, you also did the work that came with, bagging that degree. We all, majority of us did the work, and it's the same with marriage. It's not enough to say, oh, I just want to have that name Mrs. before my name, and I just want to have that, that status or that title married, or I just want to wear the band, but you don't want to do the work that comes along with it. And that is commitment. That's why I said that love is not enough to undo it, or you have to be committed to what it takes, to make the marriage work, or to make the love last. Now, another thing is neatness and cleanliness. During the week, someone sent me a write-up that says that, oh, women should be above men in these 5 areas, and one of them was neatness. And there was this so much pandemonium on the platform saying, oh, are you now saying the men shouldn't be neat? The truth is, both men and women needs to be neat. They need to meet each other halfway. Both genders must commit to neatness. You must be clean inside out for your partner. It's very important. If you are saying, oh, I love him, I love her, but you are dirty, you don't want to do anything relating to cleaning, you like to see the place dirty and you don't want to do anything about it, I tell you that love will soon fade up. And part of cleanliness is also being tidy. It's also being tidy. Try to be tidy, even as a human being. Try to pay attention to yourself. Clean up as much as possible. Pay attention to your look, both physically and even spiritually. I want you to know that as human beings, we are much more than just this body. We are a spirit being, and the same way you take care of your body, you need to also take care of your spirit, because that is where the real attraction comes from. Now, love is not always enough to handle what marriage entails. Now, another thing you need to exhibit, or you need to have beyond, oh, just loving, oh, I just love him, I just love her, I just like the idea of, oh, I'm married and all of that. See, beyond that, you have to also be someone who is compassionate, who can empathize, because it takes someone with a compassionate heart to see the other person, going through a tough time, and not work with them. I've seen cases whereby a partner would abandon, the other partner, just because, oh, he or she is going through tough time. Now, when I say tough time, I mean maybe a crisis now that is beyond the control of that partner, not the one that is self-inflicted. So, for example, maybe the man is a drunk or an addict. Those ones, I wouldn't say that is beyond his or her control, because in a way they walked into it. So you cannot be responsible for that. But what I'm trying to say is, when you've seen a partner that have proven him or herself in the past, and they are just going through a temporary setback, you as their spouse should be able to stand by them. Now, a compassionate heart will stand with their partner in hard times, and they will both go through that hard time together till they come out of it. Now, that also leads me to building. Just saying I love him, I love her is not enough. You must be able to identify or determine if this partner can build with you. Can they build a home with you? Can they build wealth with you? Can they build legacy with you? Can they build a good name with you? Is this man or this woman the kind of person that will soil your name, or that will bring a bad name to you once you marry him or her? You must go for someone that can build a lasting legacy with you, someone that can build a home, that can build finances, that can build even your dreams and aspiration with you. Not someone that will pull it down, not someone that will make you look like, oh, you can't, nothing good can come out of you. It's very important to go for someone that can build with you. And you also need someone that can build children with you, mentor children with you. It is always very important. See, marriage is an institution where we train lives. We train lives, whether you want to know it or not. That partner is a life entrusted in your care to be trained or to be influenced positively. Same way, those children are entrusted in your care to be trained and influenced positively. So it's always good that you go for someone or you marry someone that can mentor those children with you, that can lead them by example. And you must also go for a partner or have a partner that is prudent. It's very important. You must be prudent with resources, prudent with finances. I'm not saying stingy, I'm saying prudent. Don't be the wasteful type. Don't be the frivolous type. Don't be someone that does not prioritize, or someone that would someone that would not know how to apportion the resources they have or manage it, or maximize it in such a way that it can still cater for your needs per time, without going out of your way to borrow. I have this friend that was telling me recently that, do you know, I spend a lot more than I earn. And I was like, really? You spend a lot more than you earn? How come? How is that happening? I said, well, because I want to go for this vacation, I want to go for that vacation, I want to do this, I want to do that. Now, if she's going to buy clothes or shoes or bag, if it's not the known designer like Prada, Gucci, if it's not all those known brands, she will not buy it. Now, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but I think that for you to live that kind of lifestyle, you should have attained some level of significance in life, or you should have attained a level whereby you have businesses, that is funding your lifestyle, or you have investment whose return is funding your lifestyle. For you to do that, you should have investment where your money is making money for you. Then when you have that, then you can know that even while you are sleeping, you are making money, but you are still in a paid employment and you're already living above your means. Then you are going to cause crisis in your home. If that kind of a person continues that way, it's just a matter of time. There will be crisis in that home, because God forbid, what if that job or that business or whatever you are doing currently that you are earning from, packs up? Because the truth is, the job will not always be there. That business may not always be there. So if anything happens to that source of income, what happens to you? What happens to your children? So we need to think properly. As much as we love the good things of life, we should also be future minded. We should think about our future and not just do things spontaneously or buy things by impulse. It's always very important. Now, one of the things I also wrote down as the things you would need to succeed in a marriage, aside from just love, is perseverance, patience, and consistency. Is always very important. You will need to persevere at times. You will need to, I don't like to use the word endure, but really sometimes you will have to just overlook some things, and let some things fly, especially if you are dealing with a spouse that have proven to be a good person, over time. Then when they do something, you should be able to overlook it. I've said that time and time again, that patience is always important, for us to be patient with each other. It's very important we are patient, and it's also important that we are consistent. Marriage requires consistency. I always tell people that, see, when you go into a critical or important institution as marriage, and you started out on a good note, but along the line you start springing up surprises, and I mean negative surprises now, and your spouse is beginning to wonder, is it I never knew this man or I never knew this woman initially, or what is going on? Now, you shouldn't do marriage in a way whereby you keep springing up surprises or you keep exhibiting inconsistent behavior that will make that partner, almost run mad or lose their mind to the marriage. No, that is not good. If you want to have a successful marriage, you have to be consistent. Your behavior should be consistent to a large extent. It should be well regulated. I mean, self-regulated by you. You shouldn't be the type that today, we think, you are good, next minute you've changed. You shouldn't be like a chameleon. Your behavior, your attitude, your character in that marriage should be to a large extent consistent. You should be consistent with what your partner knows. And if it has to change, you need to sit them down, discuss, okay, why am I changing, or why are things changing? Why am I springing up these surprises, or what surprise are you about to spring up? Let them know, so that when it happens, it won't take them by surprise. It's always very important. So I would like to stop here today. Hope we learned something, and I'll encourage us to continue to follow us. Please do join us during the week. We'll put out new topics, new tasks. Please do comment. And I would like to quickly say that during the week, I got like 3 success stories that really gladdened my heart. I've shared it on the platform. Please do read it up. I was so excited about those news. One of the cases, the couples have been keeping malice for months, but now they are in talking terms, and for me, that is fulfilling. So we are on this journey, and I believe that by the help of God and the truth that we put out there and the knowledge that we share, that will be salvaging homes, will be salvaging marriages. And I believe that by so doing, our nation and the nations across the globe, will become a better place in the nearest future, because I always pray that things will change, and it will start from our homes and right from our family unit. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do invite someone. It's always very important you invite someone. Think about who needs this knowledge that we are currently sharing. I believe there are many people out there that needs to hear what we are sharing on the Marriage Clinic platform. Please encourage them to join, encourage people to follow us, and do participate. Thank you so much. I wish you a terrific week. Until we'll see again next week, I remain your host, Moralaya and Obuti. Till we'll see you again. Bye-bye.